Okay, hello again everybody. Back again with another figure video. Again, it's not a Hot Toys one. This is the ACPLAY Lightning Warrior figure. It's basically what you get with the kit is just the clothing and the head. You don't get the body and you don't get the hammer or the stand. The stand is just a generic basic black stand that you see with Hot Toys figures that you can pick up easily on the internet. The hammer is the second hammer that comes with the Hot Toys Roadworn Thor. This is the plastic one. He does come with a metal one as well. The actual weapon that she comes with is this axe, which is made of metal and it is very heavy. So when you put it in her hand, it does tend to pull her hand off. But I thought, being a Thor figure, I'm going to give her Mjolnir. So the body underneath is a Fison or TBLeague big busted pale skin version body. It comes with the head sculpt, the actual kit itself. The helmet is metal as well. I'll take the helmet off in a minute so you can have a look at the head underneath. Everything else on the figure, apart from the boots, is either plastic or cloth. Obviously the chains, they're metal. The leggings are a rubbery type material. And here's the boots, which don't quite fit on the pegs of the TBLeague figure all that well, but I've managed to keep them on there. This part of the tunic has got a wire in it. It goes down the sides. Same as the cape, got a wire that goes all the way down each side and along the bottom. So you can wire that up. Just move around to the side. This part here was a pain in the arse to do. Those straps there, you have to thread them through to pull it together, and it took me ages to do that. She's got a black sleeveless t-shirt underneath. Zoom in again on the head so you can have a look at that in close-up. The hair's a little bit scruffy, but I suppose if you style it you can sort that out yourself. I've just left it as it is. It's got a nice sort of velvety type feel to the outer side of the cape. Move around this way. There you can see those straps again. I haven't quite pulled it in tight enough because you could see that should be right up close to that, but I'll rectify that at some point. The gauntlets on the arms, they're like a hard plastic, apart from this side, which is a rubbery material. The leggings are rubbery and they are a nightmare to get on. I've done it as best as I can. There's a little bit of sag there in the crotch and around the back. But what they suggest is to put cling film around the legs so it slips on easier. But the problem I find with cling film, yes, it's okay if the garments are slightly looser fitting, but I find if you put cling film on the figure itself and then pull up the tight leggings, it tends to roll the cling film underneath up and you get it bunching up underneath the clothing, and it does look a little bit unsightly. The other thing you can use is talcum powder or baby powder, which is supposed to make things slip over the skin a lot easier, but it is a bit messy. But I didn't. All I did was I heated this up a little bit with a hairdryer in stages, and it managed to slip up fairly well. I have to say I haven't got it quite fully up yet. I didn't want to push it too much because this stitching here around the crutch and around the back side can rip open. I've had it done that when I had the Spider Woman figure, and I took the clothing off that and tried putting that on a Fison body, and I split the seam. So I just did it very carefully. It took me about half hour, 40 minutes to get those leggings on. This part here, the neck bit, It's got two little holes. There's a hole in the front and a hole in the back. You just clip that in. You've got two holes in the top of the breastplate. You put the cape over and push these in to hold it in place. So what I'll do now is I'll take the helmet off and I'll show you the head sculpt underneath. Okay, here's the head sculpt underneath, and if you notice, the helmet does leave marks on the face. So I would suggest, if you don't want this head sculpt, you want to use one of your own. When you put the helmet on, don't take it off, just keep it on there, because it can scratch the paint. But it's not a bad head sculpt. I've seen this head sculpt before. I'll just give you a look at the helmet here. In close up, really nice detail. So this is metal, it is heavy. You do get a little bit of, there was a little bit of padding around there, but when I put it on the figure, it pushed out the bottom. So I just ripped it off. I know you shouldn't do that because this is what's scratching the paintwork, but I'm going to leave this helmet on this head sculpt. I'm not going to bother taking it off. And if I can do this on camera, it just pops straight on, and you alter it so that the eyes are coming through. Central it a little bit on the nose, and there you go. It's a great little kit. I've always wanted to get a female Thor. I've heard rumours that we might be seeing a female Thor in later Marvel movies, so fingers crossed. If that does happen, we will get a decent version from Hot Toys. But yeah, I'm in love with this figure. I'm going to pose her with my, well, when I get it, Age of Ultron Thor. I'm trying to strike up a deal with somebody on eBay at the moment for that figure, so hopefully I can win that, and then I'll pose these two up together and keep my Roadworn Thor separate. But yeah, there you go. So I'll give you a quick look at this figure. Next up is going to be another non-Hot Toys figure. I'll hopefully put a video of that up very, very soon. So stay tuned. See you later.